The ocean has a way of speaking to you, whispering secrets with every wave. For her, it was a familiar language, a rhythm that matched the beat of her own heart. She walked the coastline, a solitary figure against the vast expanse of blue and gray, the salt spray kissing her face. The old port hummed with a low, constant energy, a place of departures and arrivals, a gateway between worlds. She carried little, just a backpack and the weight of memories she couldn't leave behind. The path was uneven, winding along the rocky shore, each step a deliberate, measured movement. She wasn't lost, she was simply present. But the peace was fragile. Up ahead, a group of men blocked the narrow path. Their laughter was harsh, cutting through the natural symphony of the sea. They were a wall of leather and denim, their stances wide, their eyes predatory. She stopped, her posture unchanged, a calm island in a brewing storm. One of them stepped forward, a smirk playing on his lips. Lost, little girl. This isn't a place for tourists. His voice was a low growl, meant to intimidate, to assert dominance. Her silence seemed to provoke them. Another man, bolder, snatched her backpack. The world slowed to a crawl. The fabric stretching. The gasp she didn't make. He swung it, a wide, theatrical arc, and let go. It sailed through the air, a dark shape against the churning gray sky, before hitting the water with a heavy splash. It was a violation, an act of pure malice. They laughed again, louder this time, triumphant, but their victory was short-lived. As the waves crashed and pulled the bag under, a small, laminated card slipped from a side pocket. It danced on the surface of the water, a stark white rectangle against the dark sea. The camera moved with the tide, closer, closer, until the image was unmistakable. A photograph, a name, and two words that changed everything. United States Marine Corps. The laughter died in their throats. Their smirks vanished, replaced by a dawning horror. The camera pulls back to her. She hadn't moved. Her gaze was level, her chin high. The wind whipped her hair across her face, but her eyes were fixed on them, clear and unwavering. Suddenly, they weren't seeing a lost girl, they were seeing something else entirely. A flash of memory, not hers, but ours. Mud, sweat, and shouted orders. A rifle held steady, an obstacle course conquered, the precise fold of a flag. The discipline forged in fire, the strength earned through relentless training. These weren't just flashbacks, they were the foundation of the woman standing before them. The men looked at the ID floating in the waves, then back at her. The air crackled with a new kind of tension. It wasn't aggression anymore, it was fear. They saw the calm in her eyes not as weakness, but as control. They saw her stillness not as paralysis, but as coiled power, ready to be unleashed. The leader, the one who had spoken, took an involuntary step back, then another. The rest of the group followed suit, their bravado evaporating like sea foam on hot sand. They stumbled over each other to clear the path, their retreat clumsy and panicked. They were no longer a wall, they were scattered stones, washed away by a tide they never saw coming. She watched them go, her expression unreadable. She didn't need to say a word. Her identity, earned and carried with honor, had spoken for her. She walked to the water's edge, calmly reaching down to retrieve her floating ID card, tucking it safely away. The ocean that had tried to swallow her sacrifice now returned it. She turned and continued her walk, her silhouette framed against the setting sun. She was a traveler, a daughter, a warrior. She was a marine. And in this place, by the sea that guarded the gates of the world, she was home. She was a protector, even when off duty, a silent guardian on a lonely shore. Her journey was far from over. In fact, it was just beginning. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more stories that inspire.